some love to sounds of spirit rocking the house out. Linda on piano, Oliver on bass, and Matt on drums. How you doing this morning, everybody? Yeah, yeah. I feel the music. Down in my soul.
Down in my soul.
I feel the music. Down in my soul.
Down in my soul.
I feel the music. Down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. I feel the silence. Down in my soul.
Down in my soul.
I feel the silence. Down in my soul. I feel the silence. Down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. I got a new day here in my soul. I got a new day right here in my soul. Every day is a new day down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. I feel the power. Down in my soul. I feel the power. Yeah. Down in my soul. I feel the power. Down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. Come on. Let's just feel it. Feel it. Feel it. This is soulful blues at its best. Yeah, feel it. Feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it. Down, 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 down in your soul. And the whole wide world is our home. I feel the music. Down, deep down, way down. Real. Can you feel the music? Oh, it's in your soul right now. Calling each of you. Come on, feel the music. Feel it down, down in your soul. And the whole wide world, the whole wide world is my home. Woo! If you're not standing, you should be standing up by now, doggone it. Let that energy move through you as we get ready to sing out our congregational song. If you got a phone on you, you want to text somebody, say, I'm having a doggone good time at Universal Spirit Center. Come on down. There's plenty of time. And if not, then put that phone in the back pocket, baby. Yeah. Now you see the lyrics up here. Most of you will know this song, but let's just sing it out loud. Get the day lifted up, lifted up, lifted up. All right. I'm charging. Part of something greater, part of something greater than any one of us could ever be. We are part of something greater, something so much greater than any one of us could ever be. 'Cause we are all joined together in our hearts, in our minds, and in our soul. We are part of something greater, part of something greater than any one of us could ever be. Let's clap together. Get that energy happening. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Part of the beautiful global love right here in the house, y'all. We are part of something greater, something so much greater than any one of us could ever be. You're part of something greater, something so much greater than any one of us could ever be, ever be, ever be.
Gina and our house band, Sounds of Spirit. Good morning. I'm Kevin Busey. Is my mic on? Excuse me. Good morning. I'm Kevin Busey, and I welcome you to Universal Spirit Center. Whoever you are, wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. A special welcome to you who join us for the first time today. We're glad that you're with us. And so I invite you to just take a deep breath in. Just bring yourself fully present here. So this is a perfect opportunity to disengage everything that happened before and disengage with everything that's going to come next, and invite you into the spaciousness of your own heart. So I wanted you to, and so I want to acknowledge too who was born in August. It's our first Sunday in August. Would you stand if you were born in August? Oh, Christopher, Elizabeth, Fred, Cheryl. Happy birthday. Glad you were born. Thank you. Happy birthday. We're creating a new team that we had prior to shutdown, and that's the setup and teardown team. It's to help Bob and Lee. Bob, would you stand? Bob and Lee solely do setup and then get help with some teardown. But if you'd like to help them out, do a little workout, please see Lee afterwards. We could, as we all get older, he could use the help, right? Could use the help. So I want to have Gino come up next. Oh, you switched it. So someone come up next.
Switch things up a little bit. Hi! I'm just going to yell. No, I don't have to yell. I love that. So we're 21 years old. Universal Spirit Center. We had, remember the big 20 that we had before? So we're finally of age. We've been around 21 years, and we want to have a celebration. Generally, that's the last Sunday in September. So what does that look like? Exactly. So we're going to have a visioning. We're going to have a meditative process next Saturday at 10 a.m. I will facilitate it over at the offices across the street, and we'll find out Spirit's highest idea for celebrating 21 years as spiritual community. So join me for that. We have a very special Sunday coming up also on the 21st. We're calling it Mystic Sunday and the Psychic and Healing Arts Fair coming up. So the Mystic Sunday is all about Reverend Margot. She's a spiritualist minister. She's going to do both talks on that Sunday. That's the Mystical Sunday part. And then after that, there's going to be a gap of time so we can do a setup, and we'll have a Psychic and Healing Arts Fair here. So there'll be mediums doing different modalities. There'll be crystal things for sale and arts and crafts for sale. It's going to be a high energy experience, so we want to invite you to that. There could be a gap between the second gathering and setting up, and we're going to have people who want to go over to a Crushed restaurant together, a no-host experience over at Crushed. You can sign up on the table out there. Doesn't that sound like fun? Yeah. All right. So here's Bob.
Good morning. I'm Bob Mosai, and I have the rest of your announcements. But before I start, can I acknowledge some people that have been helping us every Sunday with Teardown? John, Chris, Otis, you guys stand up. Thank you so much for your help. Thank you. Awakening Wednesday, August 10th. Explore Indigenous spiritual community and how we can learn to honor the land. 6:30 online and in person with Gino. REP, our Racial Equality Project, call to action. Read Alice Walker's The Temple of My Familiar. See the Racial Equality Project's webpage for more information. Our history. On August 5th, 2012, a white man named Wade Michael Page opened fire on worshipers at a Sikh temple in Oak Creek, Wisconsin, killing 6 people and seriously injuring several others before taking his own life. To overcome racial inequality, we must confront our history. We are all part of our history. And guess what? We're bringing back Feed 'em and Fun 'em. Do you guys remember that? So we're looking for hosts that can host a food event or a non-food event. If you're interested in doing that, there's a sign-up sheet outside. You can put your event, the date, time, etc. And then if you're interested in one of those events, there's a form out there that you can sign up and then go online to get a ticket to the event. So speaking of Noah's Ark, why did the 2 worms have to leave their apple in order to get onto Noah's Ark?
I don't know.
Because they had to come in pairs.
Bobby.
Thank you, Bob. So I want to take a moment and welcome everyone who joins us online. So would you stand and turn around, and right below our clock there is a camera. And all of you who join us online, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being part of our community. We're glad that you're with us. And now stay standing and welcome each other to Universal Spirit Center. There's no static on this channel.
Let's keep our
I lost the notes to my... Come on. So we're looking maybe this Thursday. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Grace. Are you hugging? Okay, so return back to our seats. All right. You notice the extroverts are still standing. A group of them over here. So, whenever a loved one of our community or someone we love in our community makes their transition, we light the memorial candle. So today we light it for Gobran's father. So will you come up? Gobran has been a long time member, congregant of our community. He used to be instrumental before shutdown at the tear down, set up and tear down team. And his father, Herb, made his transition this last week. So let me tell you a little bit about Herb. He was married to Mary Jane for 70 years. Wow. Yeah, Gobran's mother. He was 97. He was 97 when he made his transition. His son, Gobran, describes him as a simple man, generous, and very sweet. So as he lights the candle, we light the candle to remind us that there's a divine flame in all of us. And just because the body makes its transition, the soul goes on to live forever. So light this candle in honor of your dad, Herb. So I'm going to invite us to place our hands over our hearts. To go ahead and close your eyes and imagine that Herb is being carried lovingly to his next expression of life. That he's being carried in love, in grace. That right where he is, he's expressing this divine light within him. And we know for Gibran and all of his family, the peace that comes from knowing that their loved one lives on. So I give us an opportunity to speak out anyone's name that at this point, one of our loved ones that have made their transition that we would like to remember in this space. And the flowers this morning are in honor of Stephanie Swift's cousin who made her transition about 2 weeks ago, Alma Swift Wynn. So we remember her as well. So we know that the veil that separates us and those who have made their transition is so thin. How many of you have felt the presence of a loved one after they've made their transition? The veil is so thin. So we hold all of these loved ones in appreciation, in light, and in love.
Love, sweet love, surrounds me now. Love, sweet love, comes through. Love, sweet love, surrounds me now. Love is the only truth. Love is the only truth. Love, sweet love, surrounds us now. Love, sweet love, comes through. the only truth. Love is the only truth.
This space as Sharonda continues us this morning in our meditation time.
Good morning. Good morning. And as Rev invited us, let's just stay in this tender stillness. I invite you just to close your eyes if you're comfortable, taking that journey from the outer to the inner. Maybe a slight smile. And take in these words in this reading. It's anonymous but powerful. Enjoy where you are now. You are right where you're supposed to be. We are all guilty of getting wrapped into where we should be, and all that does is cause stress and anxiety. Stay here. Stay present. Love yourself as you are. Stay engaged in the now. Be still and know. Right here, right now, as we're engaged in this high, holy moment, right here and now is all there is. And in the sacred presence, in this holy now, is the presence of the divine. We meet the divine. We meet God right here. So knowing that we are alive, aware, awake, available to this infinite presence, how good it is to know that right here is the presence of God. The presence of God manifesting and expressing itself as Gina Walker with the beautiful tunes of the divine expressing through her, as the wisdom, the inspiration of Reverend Kevin, and with the absolute presence of each and every one seated here this morning, the presence of God. So let us stay engaged in this high holy moment and just feel the presence of God as it has its way, as it wants to have its way. So let us do this. Let's be this. Let's know that God is right here, right now. Not in some sweet by and by, but right here now in this moment. Let us feel this presence and celebrate it as Universal Spirit Center. So know this with me this morning as we declare it by saying, so it is. Amen.
not turn. Ooh, there is a way for sure in what I have endured. I am now prepared to let go and go to the city, the serious city of God. Receive me. I was standing before a wall that had shut out the light, but your love, oh God, you restored my sight. Hallelujah. Oh heavens and end, I believe in myself again. Hallelujah. Oh, in the city. Amen. Ooh, yeah. This one remains at hand when God's the only plan. No greater joy have I known. Ooh, I was standing before a wall that wasn't there at all. I am now prepared to fly and fly to the city, the serious city of God. Receive me. I was standing before a wall that had shut out the light, but your love, oh God, you restored my sight. Hallelujah. Oh heavens at hand, I believe in myself again. Hallelujah. Oh, in the city. Amen. Amen. Oh, I just want to say that one day God opened up my heart one day to the city here in me. I had to let go of the way I thought, and the things that I used to be. And so I prayed to love and I prayed to see the city shining everywhere. And I let God lift me up far beyond my toils and snares, 'cause God is my present help. Even in your time of need, God's hands are there for you. Even when you don't believe, right now, open up and believe. Right now, open up and receive. Right now, open up and go to the city, the serious city of God. Receive me. I was standing before a wall and I could not say, but your love, it lifted me. And now eternity. Hallelujah. Spirit, I say, halle, halle, hallelujah.
Who needs a throat lounger after that song? I do. Can't imagine. Oh, let's catch our breath on that one. So I had quite a growth-filled week. That's the polite way to describe it, right? So during the week, as it was going on, I ran across this quote by Albert Einstein, and it says, "There are only two ways to live your life. One way is though nothing is a miracle. And the other way is to live your life as though everything is a miracle." To live your life as though everything's a miracle. It's a miracle. So before I share about my growth-filled week, scientists tell us that prior to creation, there was absolute stillness, complete void. Actually, if you want, go ahead and close your eyes if you want, because I'm going to do a little descriptive. So imagine absolute stillness. Within yourself, surrounding you. And imagine that stillness leads to spaciousness. So feel within yourself spaciousness. And that this spaciousness leads to an experience of energy, movement, flow. And imagine the experience of light. So just take a deep breath in, bring your awareness back here. So this is what scientists describe prior to creation. Absolute stillness, leading to a spaciousness. And then there was, in the midst of nothing, a gathering of energy. And this gathering of energy got so intense that it caused an explosion of light. The first light. Let there be light. And through that first light, every person and being and everything had its origins. Everything came forth from that first explosion
birth of light. And 14 billion years later, because of the evolutionary process moving through that first explosion of light, 14 billion years later, you and I and this moment is here. Individuals that are self-aware, that are conscious, that interact with others, that have the ability to manifest and to create. Ernest Holmes, the founder of our philosophy, says God is this evolutionary impulse moving through everything. God is this evolutionary impulse. So God becomes a verb, an action, a flow, an energy versus a noun. So I did some research as I was thinking about this. What are the chances? The chances scientists say, and it's all hypothetical, right? It's all abstract. But they say the chance of life coming forth from that initial explosion, because if something changed to a certain fragment of a degree, or was just a fragment of a second earlier or later, life as we know it wouldn't have happened. The chances of life happening is 1 in a trillion trillion. So it's a trillion trillion. That's the chance of life at all happening. The chance, could we get the slide? The chance of your mom and dad meeting, and we're not saying going on a date or getting married or having you. We're just saying the chances of your parents meeting each other was 1 in 20,000. That's just a meeting. The chance of your mom's particular egg and your dad's particular sperm cell meeting and creating specifically you. Now, this is your mom's egg and your dad's sperm cell, so the act's pretty much been done, right? But creating specifically you is 400 with 15 zeros after that. That's the probability of you. 400 with 15 zeros after that. The odds of you existing at all, given all of these calculations, the odds of you existing at all is 1 10 to the 2,006,850,000 degree. In other words, summed up, the chances of you existing is 0. Pretty phenomenal. There's a woman drives a van in our neighborhood, and she has a bumper sticker which says it all. Evolution is the miracle. The fact that we are, you and I, are even here at all. So I want to talk a little bit about kind of what I went through this week. Last week I shared an update on this story. And I got to tell you, I'm too much of an introvert to be sharing stories like this. However, I do know when these stories happen to me, it's for the greater good. It's not just for me, it's part of the life of ministry. So as I shared last week, I was adopted, and at early 20s, I found my birth mom, and we had some correspondence for about 6 months. And then she decided she didn't want to continue a relationship with me. And about 1.5 years, I found a first cousin, and he really encouraged me to reach out to her, which I did. And she, continued. She didn't want to have a relationship with me. So that was about 1 year ago, and I met my cousin through Ancestry. So as I shared last week, the prior Friday, I got a text from him, or a phone call. He called me and said that my birth mother had died. So I thought, what an interesting dynamic to be in. To have someone's, my birth mother die, and not really having met her or relationship with her. So it sent me on this course of considering the relationship from my perspective. You know, the struggle, the unknowing, the at times peace, that's just the relationship and what it was. And to some degree, it's been my experience and other, I think, adoptees that, you know, we struggle with that whole dynamic of being adopted. I think that's probably fair to say. So it was an in and out struggle. So on Thursday, I get a text. I identify it's a group text, and I start to realize on the text as I'm reading it that there are 4 cousins that I've not met that have included me and are talking about my birth mother's memorial this Friday. So I introduce myself as their aunt, Janet's, birth son. And so there's a memorial. They're very inclusive of me, very, very welcoming, want to know about me. It was very cool. It was very cool. So I'm going to pause here. I asked earlier how many of you, now do it with our eyes open, how many of you, when a loved one has transitioned, have felt their presence? How many have done that? So a lot of the room. So I powerfully felt my birth mother's presence. I just powerfully felt that. And I felt absolute peace and connection and things happening between us just as they were supposed to happen. That somehow, given who I was to become, who I've become, required that relationship and that struggle. I felt that so deeply. I'm actually kind of impressed that I'm able to articulate it because it was so inarticulable. Is that a word? Inarticulable? It is? Yeah. The poet says yes. So no matter what you say, Pat says yes. Pat the poet. So, and I have to tell you, it was more than a thought or words. It's a feeling. So I sat. Her memorial was on Zoom, not on Zoom, but just broadcasted. We could see it live. So I'm sitting there, in the kitchen nook, my kitchen nook, as the rest of the family's going about doing their stuff, just sitting there, practically in tears, at the memorial of this woman who I've never met, who was instrumental of who I've become. And such a deep awareness and gratitude that all that happened was supposed to happen. It was just supposed to happen. And to be at the completion in some ways a completion, in some ways a beginning, right? But in completion in some ways, and being able to say, thank you. It was good, mostly. It was good. When we look at the evolutionary process of everything, we see a dying away of lesser things. We see extinction. We see in the evolution of our planet mass destruction at times. We see life at times having to start over. We see struggle. Struggle and dying and having to start over are necessary parts of the evolutionary process. They just are. So what struggle you're going through, what start overs, what feels like a dying away, are necessary parts for who you've become and who you're becoming. So when we, and I know this firsthand, when we resist struggle, when we try to make control, when we try to control, when we try to ignore that which needs to be let go of or die, you and I are squeezing out the evolutionary process. We're squeezing it out. We're not allowing that divine flow to move through us and transform us and change us and shift us. We're close to it. So this is the first time in history that humanity, that may be a life form, can actually consciously, by choice, step out of the evolutionary process, because now the evolutionary process is one, I talked about this last week, is one of consciousness. It's one of awareness. You know, the physical evolution for our species, we've kind of hit that. So the next evolution is in consciousness. But the thing is, you and I, first time humanity as individuals, can step out of that evolutionary process. And one of the ways we do that is shut down or try to control struggle, or simply to identify our lives as struggle. When you and I get lost in the struggle, we lose sense of this evolutionary process that is seeking to move through us. So, you know, what I really think it is, it's staying open to the struggle. Weird as that might sound. Stay open to it. But not exclusively not identify with it. It's not who we are. You know, my cousin, when he was sharing with me about my birth mom dying, and we were talking about my attempts at reaching out to her and her not responding in the way I wanted, he said, I've never ever met this guy, right? We had a couple phone calls over the last year. He says, don't take this personal. He says, it's not about you. So what struggle you're going through, don't take it personal. It is about you. It's about your growth. It's about your evolution. So I'm going to just open this up. Since I shared, anyone want to share what particular struggle you're going through that you're realizing is really fertilizer for the growth? Yeah, Joel.
Yeah, for my life, it's been an ongoing, I have not struggled because I will not control it, but I have the methods to move those energies, the sinister feelings, the maniacal feelings.
So what is the struggle? I've lost you.
I let them go.
Okay, you let him go. Great. What struggle is someone engaged in right now that you're thinking is for your growth? Nathan. Paying off student loans. Yeah. Good example. Paying off student loans. So you are not your student loans, and it's not personally done to you, right? And I'll just say this. You know, when we're in a struggle, if you're in a struggle, you're simply not at the end of the story yet. You're not at the end yet. Pat. Physical issues. Thanks. Physical issues. Anyone else? Robert. I'm sorry. The opioid crisis. Thanks. Chris.
Starting over at 55.
Starting over at 55. Yeah, good. So, as we kind of did at the beginning, Ernest Holmes, our founder of this philosophy, this is one of his major points in the philosophy. The original creation happened, right? It created all things. And you and I are the creators of our own lives. So you and I mimic original creation. So you and I can choose to see life as a struggle, and then we create more struggle, right? Because that's what we're giving our attention to. Or you and I can see life as a miracle, even when it's really hard to do that, and hold that energy, and we create miracles. So you and I have the opportunity. Each day is a new cycle. Night mimics original creation because it's dark, it's void, it's soundless, right? Noiseless. So each day you and I have an opportunity. I'm getting into the keto diet, which is neither here nor there, but I am. But what they say in it, as I'm reading about it and listening to YouTubes, what they say is, a start over is as easy as your next meal. So don't beat yourself up. So a start over for us, a full cycle, is a new day. It really is a new day. At the beginning of the day, you're at the beginning of a brand new cycle, 24 hours. The sun will move its course in a full cycle in 24 hours. So each day, each moment is a start over for you. So the same elements that were involved in original creation reside in us. The same elements, and we're going to go through that again now. Same elements. So I'm going to invite you again to close your eyes. Sit up straight and tall. So you get to share when people are like, what'd you learn today? That my chances of existing are 0. You get to share that. So go ahead and invite yourself to get still. To just relax in your body, in yourself. Let your mind cool down. Your muscles just relax, your joints to become soft. And become still. Let everything just calm down. And in this stillness, experience the spaciousness, the same spaciousness before time, the same stillness before time. And in this spaciousness, be aware of an energy, a presence. The same energy and presence within you that was there before time. And in this energy, in this presence, in the center of your being, notice a light. The same light before time.
lesson to remember. Spirit gently held a song inside of me. So I sing a song of joy. I sing a song of knowing that all is truly well, and heaven is at hand. Sometimes I may cry, and I don't know where I'm going. But God's love prevails, as God's love only can. When there was no time, and before there was a number, Spirit gently held a song of ecstasy. And before I had a dream or a lesson to remember, Spirit gently held a song inside of me. So I sing a song of joy. I sing a song of knowing that all is truly well, and compassion is at hand. Sometimes I may cry, 'cause I don't know where I'm going. The world is such a lie, but God always prevails. For when there was no time, and before there was a number, Spirit gently held a song inside of me. And before I had a dream or a lesson to remember, Spirit gently held a song inside of me. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. A song's inside of me. Oh, 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 yeah. A song's inside of you. Oh, there's a song inside of you. Oh, there's a song inside, 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 inside of each and every one of you. You and me too.
Gino and our house band, thank you. So each Sunday you hear why various people support our community. And I want to share why I was thinking about this. Why do I support this community? Why am I here? It's because you expect me to walk my talk. You expect me to walk my talk, and that saved my life. That saved my life. That's why I support us.
So thank you for the ways in which you support our community. Thank you very much for your financial gifts to us. We rely on you to keep our doors open, actually. And as I've shared a few times over the last month, a very generous member stepped forward and is giving us up to $10,000 for us to match that $10,000. I've been talking about that. So we're calling it a monthly, a matching fund. So we invite you to support that as well. So above and beyond your giving, to support the matching fund, because that's going to help us kind of recover from the deficit that we occurred during COVID. So that's what we want to do. So if you are doing that, let us know that it's specifically for the matching fund. We're a little over $3,000, so we're slowly inching our way up. What? So that 3 is 6, yeah. So let's take a deep breath. Again, place your hands over your heart. And know right within you is the same energy that created everything. The same energy, the same presence, the same power, the same love. So you are sourced by an infinite nature. So let's just tap into that. And let's just know all the many ways that we give out. We give out from an infinite source. So let's know that our giving makes a powerful difference in the world. So let's know this as we say. So it is.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Now we're going to take it from the top. The lyrics will appear. And I want you to sing it on out. Let's have that energy. Fill the house. Here we go. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for today.
Well done. So I invite you to stand. I invite you again to just place your hands over your heart. And know right where you are, right within you and surrounding you is an infinite presence, that you belong, that we're all connected. We're all connected to each other and to all beings and to all spiritual powers. And so we open to this oneness, this unity. We let it move through us out into our planet. As together we say, so it is.
and to share that, our Bobby's made some wonderful coffee. I hear it's strong, so if you need that extra kick, if you didn't get it from me in the Rev, it'll take you on home. So let us sing out something. We're part of something greater. We are part of something greater. Part of something greater than any one of us could ever be. We are part of something greater, something so much greater than any one of us could ever be. We are all joined together in our hearts, in our minds, and in our soul, 'cause we are part of something greater, part of something greater than any one of us could ever be. Come on. Take this love and light out into the world and share it, share it. Give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away. Oh, we are all joined together in our hearts, in our minds and soul, 'cause we are part of something greater. We are part of something greater than any one of us. That means any one of you, 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 any one of me, any one of you, one of you, one of me could ever